Good morning and welcome back to my small Husqvarna channel. So, as you already know from the title, in this episode we will talk about the bigger fan modification on the Husqvarna 701 Enduro or Supermoto, as well as 690 KTM or 700 gas. So, first of all, I saw this modification back then, I think 1 year ago, at Motoheads Channel. I will put a link down below, so he has awesome videos and tutorials how to remove things on your bike, and it's very helpful. Just check it out. So I first saw it there 1 year ago, and I also immediately wanted to do this modification to my bike. Unfortunately, I checked the prices, and the original fan from KTM or Husqvarna is about 180 euros. So this is way too much for a single fan only, in my opinion, and so I forgot about it, and yeah, didn't do this modification, and yeah, but then I found out, or some nice or some friendly user on YouTube commented on my last video where I installed this bigger water pump, that the manufacturer of this fan is SPAL, and that you can buy it cheap directly at the manufacturer. So you can see it here. This is the manufacturer, SPAL, and this is the item number that you can order. I think it's a little bit unclear, but I will put it down below inside the info box as well. So this is the item number, and this is the manufacturer, and if you Google for it, you will find yeah, several places where to purchase this item. So if you compare this one, or the price of this one, to the original one, so the original one was 180 euros, and this is like 50 euros. So for the same, exactly the same fan, and yeah, this is a good price, I think. So I immediately bought the fan, and it arrived, I think, 1 day later. I bought it at eBay, and one additional item that you need, of course, is the original bracket. So this will be this piece, and this original bracket I directly ordered at Husqvarna. I think here's the item number and the brand, or this branding, and this is about 20 euros, and yeah, it will of course match the fan directly. So I think I put it in the right direction right now here. Just give me a second. So, like this. Yes. And this bracket will match the fan. And you only need to buy some bolts, nuts, and washers, like here. So I choose some stainless steel washers and nuts and bolts, and yeah, right now I will just assemble it, and later on we will try to put this onto my radiator, and I hope not to release all this yeah, coolant again and stuff like that. I don't like to do this anymore, so I hope that I can push the radiator a bit forward, and yeah, to change the fan directly on the system. Okay, that's all. So I will put it together, and yeah, then we will move over to the bike, and of course, as I did in my last video with or about the water pump, I will shoot some images or videos about the thermal behavior of the fan, and yeah, you will see it later in the video, so just stay tuned, and yeah, let's go over to the bike. As I told you, the fan will directly match this original bracket, so even this small spare rods here are matching, and so yeah, it's basically the same fan for a much cheaper price, and right now it's assembled together with the bracket. And now it's getting to the interesting part. if this bracket will fit the stock radiator of the 701 Enduro. And if yes, then this would be some awesome mod, some awesome plug and play mod. And of course if the plug is the same. So we will check it out on the bike. So first of all I need to loosen this bolt here on the opposite side, and also this bolt down here, and then I try to flip the radiator to the front to have access on the other side to the radiator fan. Therefore I need to remove this box, this toolbox, and then I hope to get access to the fan, which is just behind here. Okay, so I just cut some wire straps here, and as I told you, remove the bolts here and loosen the bolts down here, and the same of course on the other side. Remove this bolt here and loosen it here, so you can flip the fan, the radiator to the front side. And as you already see, if you just compare it, this is the stock one, and this is the massive bigger fan. So I really hope to increase the active cooling during slow pace rides with this fan significantly. So I also think that it will fit down here, if you can see it. So there are two pins which from the bracket from the old fan, and they are just put inside here. So it looks like that this could really be some plug and play installation. So let's remove the old one, and yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, I just removed one bolt which is on top of the original bracket of the old fan, and then you can flip it aside and just pull it out and get to the plug and try to disconnect it. I don't know if you can see this plug right now. Here it is. So here we have both fans next to each other. So of course this one is the original stock one, and this one is the bigger one. And what you can immediately see is that the casing as well of the bigger one is much smaller. So I'm not sure why they did some big case like that, and why, because this could interfere with the airflow through the radiator, in my opinion. If you have some other opinion, or you have some information about why they use this kind of box, please let me know. But anyway, this one seems smaller so that you have some better airflow through the radiator, and of course the fan is bigger. So I did the measurement of the inner diameter of the casing. So this one is 136 millimeters, and this one here is 120 millimeters. And I also checked the specification, and this one has a volume flow of 579 cubic meter per hour. Unfortunately, I can't find any information about the original one. So of course I checked for the item number here, but I couldn't find any information about the airflow. So this would be quite interesting. So maybe yeah, I will find out later. Or if you know, just post it in the comments below. Yeah, so these are both fans. I will install this one. So the bracket is exactly the same, so it's really like a plug and play option. Also of course the plugs, as you see here, are the same, so no need to cut it and to weld it or anything. So yeah, quite an easy mod. And yeah, let's finish it. Let's do some thermal images and videos and compare it to each other, and yeah, we'll see what's the outcome. Okay, back on the bike, and yeah, of course this one is a new fan, and you just put it in here. So you have two mounting points down below here. You just push it in, and that's all. Right now you just connect the plug on top of the fan, so you go like this. I don't know if you can see it. Yes. And there's even some, yes, maybe you can see it. even some point where you can put in put on the plug. So you see it here, this one. So you can just shift it on like that, and the plug is also secured. So put it back in here, push it down, and then you just have to bolt it on top of the fan, and then it's done. Okay. Okay, so I just finished the installation. One thing that you should take care of is about the bolt, which sits back there. So this one should not be too long, otherwise it will touch the cables, and maybe due to vibration and sharp edges of the bolt, it could damage the cable. So just make sure that you cut the bolt back there to the correct length. So the first one here and the second down here, so no problem at all. And this is what it looks like to have a bigger fan on the 701 Enduro. Fits like a glove. Awesome, yeah. So let's go for a test ride. Maybe one more thing to mention. So if you install these covers again and you use this box, as I do, this box will stick out a bit more due to the bigger casing of the fan. So yeah, fortunately these plastics are quite flexible, so you can install this box again, yes. But maybe I will do some rework on the fan casing. But if you don't use this box at all, so you can just remove them with the 3 bolts. But if you use it as I do for some electronics, as you see, here are some cables going inside and here as well, then you have to keep it, and yeah, then you have to do some, or then you have to push it a bit to get it installed. But yeah, no bigger problem at all. Yeah, just for your information. And once again, we have some very controversial result, at least in my opinion, because as you just saw within the comparison, the new fan that you saw on the right side, so it's only working in some very centralized area, approximately here. So you saw this green circle, but around this green circle the new fan had no effect. Compared to the picture on the left side, you just recognize that the smaller fan is working on nearly half of the radiator, and that's mainly because of this bigger bracket that the stock fan is coming with. So the smaller fan will work or has some effect on at least the size of the bracket, where the new upgraded fan is only working like in this direction or at this area. So in the end you will have some temperature difference of 5 degrees, but on a smaller area. So this is a reason that I'm not sure if this is at least some decent mod. In the end, the new fan will turn off slightly before the stock one. So yeah, this means that the coolant is going to get cooled down faster, but not as fast as I expected it. So if I would have paid like 180 for this fan and 20 for the bracket, so 200 euro in total, I'm not sure if I would keep this fan and bracket. I think I would send it back, but at least I only paid like 50 euro and 20 for the bracket, so it's 70 euro, and that's okay, I guess. That's okay. So in my opinion, I was expecting a much bigger difference, but unfortunately it turned out that it's not as expected. It's slightly better, but not as good as expected. But yeah, I don't like to remove it right now. I will run it, so I will go to Latvia in 3 or 4 days, and will stay there for 1.5 weeks riding the trails, and we'll check out the water pump and the radiator and the fan. If it works out fine, it's okay. I will keep it, but anyhow, if I could help you to find or to make a decision if you want to upgrade your Husqvarna gas or KTM with a bigger fan, I'm glad and I'm happy. So make your own decision if you want to run it or not. And right now I will enjoy the weather and take a small ride, and thank you very much, and see you next time.